quarantine crew, welcome back to another video. This week we're so excited to be back making Oreo balls. A lot of people love Oreo balls. A lot of people love Oreos. I don't know one person that doesn't like Oreos. So we thought that this would be a really good thing to make this week. And you guys recommended that we should do more cooking videos. So we're gonna try to do a little bit more cooking videos that all of you guys can do. First things first, since we're cooking, put your hair back and wash your hands. All right, Oreo balls are actually super easy to make because of the fact that they have so little ingredients. It takes a couple steps to make them, but there are not a lot of things you need. So, first things first, you need a 14.3 ounce bag of Oreos. So this is just like your generic package of Oreos. You can get the 14.3 ounce ones that are like mega stuff, or you can just get the regular ones. It honestly doesn't matter. I think it has a difference in taste a little bit, but not too much. You're also going to need just like a block of cream cheese. We're making double, so we have 2 blocks of cream cheese.
8 ounces.
8 ounces of cream cheese, yeah. Okay, and then you're gonna need some melting chocolates. We like white chocolate on ours. You can either use the chocolate and drizzle it over the top, or you can actually dip the whole Oreo ball in the chocolate, white chocolate or milk chocolate if you want chocolate on chocolate. It's really up to you. White chocolate is in the recipe though. You're also gonna need a food processor. Ours is over here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Any food processor works. You can also use a blender. And if you don't have any of those, we're gonna teach you a technique. With a bag and a spoon, you basically just put the Oreos in here and you like smash them until they're really small. This takes a really long time. So if you have a food processor or a blender, I recommend picking those first before you have the bag. You're also going to need a blender. It's over here. We probably can't see it either.
A food mixer.
A mixing bowl, yes. When we mix together our Oreo crumbs and our cream cheese, you can either use a mixing bowl or you can use a hand mixer like we've used in our other brownie videos, or you can use a spoon if you don't have any of those. So let's get right into it. First things first, grab your Oreos. We're gonna do one batch at a time so we don't break the mixer or the food processor. Callan is gonna demonstrate how you're gonna break them in a bag. We're just gonna give you like 5 of those. All right. So she's gonna show you guys how to do it in the bag, and I'm gonna go ahead and load all of the Oreos into the food processor.
Make sure there's no air in the bag and that you press it all out before you start hitting it. Just since you have a lot of air in the bag, you don't really want it to explode and have to get a new one.
Alright, so now we have got all of the Oreos in here, and Callan has got the Oreos in there. Perfect. Callan goes first. Basically, use that spoon and just crush all of those Oreos completely.
Make sure to turn every once in a while to get it back as well. Eventually you can do it kind of on the side. Be a little bit wary though, because the Oreo might be a little bit sharp in some places. So while you're hitting it, it might puncture the bag, so you might get a little bit messy if like Oreo crumbs start leaking. So just make sure you're aware of that.
Okay guys, so we didn't film the food processor because it's really loud, but your Oreos should be grinded down into a dust. That's why if you have a blender or a food processor, you want to use it first before you would go to the bag and spoon, because it's got to be like a dust consistency. So this is super ideal. Yeah, but it is like a dust, what you want. You might have to food process it a couple times. We're good to go. Okay, so after this is all nice and dustified, you're gonna get your blender. You're gonna get 8 ounces of cream cheese. At this point, hopefully you took your cream cheese out of the fridge and it is softened a little bit, so it's gonna be easier for it to mix. All right, we've got our cream cheese, 8 ounces. We're just gonna throw that baby into our mixer. It's soft. And then a little bit at a time, we are going to add our Oreo crumbs, just so it blends a little bit more evenly. You just want to add a little bit at a time. Okay, we'll do like half, and then we'll go and add half more. Okay, we're adding the second half. Alright, so our concoction's all mixed together. It should be nice and soft and delicious looking. Oh my goodness gracious. It looks so good. Alright. So go ahead and just get all that off of your mixer thing. You might have a hand mixer or a spoon. Get all the good stuff off of it, okay? And then we're going to take the bowl and we're going to put it in the fridge and let it cool for a little bit, not too long. And while it's cooling, we're going to get our chocolate ready. All right, guys, we let the Oreo ball mixture chill in the fridge for half an hour. This just hardens it and makes it easier to work with. Now that we're here, yes, beautiful. All right, roll up those sleeves. First things first, we need to make our chocolate. I wouldn't use the whole bag. I don't know if you're gonna use it all, but I would start with maybe, since you guys are just making one batch of Oreo balls, I would do maybe a cup and a half of these melted chocolate chips. These are Hy-Vee brand. You could really get them anywhere. Okay. The whole bag looks like.
And that bag was 12 ounces.
That was a 12-ounce bag, and it got us about 2 cups of chocolate chips. So put it in your microwave on high. I would start with maybe a minute, and then keep stirring it until it's completely melted, and you can smoothly stir through it.
So make sure you have a spoon or a fork.
All right, so our chocolate is all nice and melted and smooth. Oh.
It takes about 2 to 3 minutes for it to melt.
Okay, super. Okay, now our hands are washed, and we are going to take our Oreos mixture, and we're gonna form a ball.
So make sure before you make your Oreo balls to line your baking sheets with wax or parchment paper. This way they won't stick.
And your ball should be about an inch around. This is a little bit too big. I don't know if you can see that. And then this is the right size. Just because their Oreo balls have to be bite-sized, you know, and it's kind of hard to eat them, and it's awkward to eat them if you just like have too much.
All right, so just keep making sure you are making Oreo balls, and then we'll get back to when this is all done for the chocolate.
Our Oreo balls are all on our baking sheets, and now we are going to go put them in a fridge downstairs for about 4 hours, give or take, or until they're hard. You can't put the chocolate on them until they're nice and hard, or else it'll mix together and it'll turn out icky. So we'll see ya when they are nice and hard. What's up, quarantine crew? We're back, and these Oreo balls have been chilling in the fridge. It's been about 4 hours, and they're nice and hard. If you want to lift it up, it's more of a hard ball. Before, it was more of kind of a stickier batter, but we want to cool them and wait till they're a little bit harder and cooled. So now we have the chocolate. So we melted our white chocolate in the microwave, and we got a fork. You can use a whisk too, but I think a fork is better for what we're doing. You can either dip your Oreo balls in the chocolate. Personally, I think it's too much chocolate, so basically what we do, the technique we use, is more of like a heavy drizzle. It looks cuter, and it's not as much overwhelming chocolate, and it's not harder to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not awkward to eat when there's chocolate on it. So just get a bunch kind of on your fork and just go off. You're still on your baking sheets, and just drizzle. Just drizzle on there. Try not to get too much.
Fairly even coating on all of them.
Yeah, this technique works really good. Like, these look so good already. I want to eat them right now. Yummer. Sometimes if you want to dip them, it's easier to use, you can buy cake pop sticks. Sometimes it's easier to dip them with that, or stick them with like a skewer or something and dip them in there. So if you were to dip, that's probably what you would use, like a little skewer or like a cake pop stick.
Or a toothpick.
Yeah, a larger toothpick. You don't want it to fall off into the chocolate. That would be a disaster. So we're gonna finish drizzling all of these with chocolate. Once that's done, you can pop them in the fridge or you can just let them cool at air temperature. We're gonna put them back in the fridge until the chocolate and everything is nice and cooled down. And that's it. So congrats, guys. You have made Oreo balls. Enjoy them with your fam. Maybe give some to your neighbors. Show an act of kindness to make their day. We'll see you guys later.
See you guys.